Joined here at the intermission of McDonald Auto Group Scream Eagles hockey by Scream Eagles defenseman Duncan MacIntyre. Duncan, I guess we'll start off beginning of the season. What was your off-season routine this summer?
Well, a lot of training, preparing for the season. Want to have a good year this year and just worked hard. I got on the ice a lot, just got ready to go for the season.
Of course, you're a Sydney native. Everybody knows you grew up watching this team, the only Cape Bretoner on the roster in its 20th season. So many great Cape Bretoners over the years, Farrell, Shaw, Culligan. What does it mean to be on the team carrying the flag at Cape Breton?
Well, it's a pretty big honor, like you said, growing up watching the team was pretty big, and I know what the team means in the community and stuff from being from here. And yeah, it's a huge honor, and I'm just happy to do so.
I mentioned you're a 20-year-old. I know Marc-Andre is emphasizing having the veterans help out the younger guys. What is your role as a veteran? How do you help out the younger players?
Well, I think first it starts on the ice. You got to lead by example. I think although it's a young group, they're pretty mature, and I think they'll be good to follow, and they're a hardworking bunch of guys. But in the room, you got to be helpful when they're down and stuff, and because that was you one long time ago. But it's an honor to be able to help out some good group of young guys. So.
Now, I know there's some guys away at pro camp right now, but the team has 4 20-year-olds on its roster. Eventually, there'll be a decision on that if somebody doesn't make pro. Do you think about that, or is that blocked out of your mind?
Right now, it's always there. There's a fourth guy, but I'm happy where I'm at. But whatever happens, happens. If I stay here, I'm going to give 100% for the team every night and do my best for this team, and that's what I want. But at the end of the day, it's not my decision.
Speaking of your fellow 20-year-olds, I talked about this in another interview. I hear your favorite hockey player is Massimo Carosa. Is that true?
Well, he's just such a hardworking player and such a skillful guy, and so exciting to watch. I'm just in awe of him every time he's on the ice, and he did not put me up to saying this at all.
Excellent. The fans will like to hear that. Everybody knows, of course, you're from Sydney and you got to go away to Quebec, but a lot of people might not know you actually went away to Saskatchewan before that to play prep before coming into the Q. What was that experience like to leave home that early?
Well, leaving home at 14 was interesting to say the least. I enjoyed it, to be honest. It did suck at first being away from home, but you got used to it. It was a great experience out there. I loved my time out there. 2 great years, and I think it really helped me develop into the player and person I am today.
I think people have noted before, you seem to bring it up in the playoffs a notch. Is there anything in particular you like about the postseason? Do you find it's a different type of hockey? I know that's a long way from right now.
Yeah, it is a long way away, but yeah, I think, whenever there's a big occasion, I like to rise to it. Like in playoffs, if there's anything I do for the team to win, and I just like to rise to the big occasion, I guess.
Lastly, I want to ask, describe Duncan MacIntyre if someone hadn't seen you before, and how do you think you've progressed since you came into the Quebec League?
If someone hasn't seen me play, I think I'd describe myself as a two-way player and good at both ends of the rink and smart defenseman, but not too long ago, back when I was 16, I guess I was the same player, just not as polished or as strong as I am today and stuff. 5 years in the league definitely does give you experience. It just helps you out in situations in the game and stuff, and I think that definitely shows experience in the league. So just smarter in key times and minor things like that.
Well, fans enjoy watching you and everyone else develop and hope to continue that this season. Best of luck, Duncan. Thanks for this.
Thank you.
And you were listening to Duncan MacIntyre, McDonald Auto Group Scream Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.